Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and today we're going to be talking about the 60 TP Lewandowska, and of course this tank has now become a classic heavy tank. It has a combination of everything, so typical to those of Soviet tanks. This is Polish, so it's again in a Warsaw Pact country at the time, and I feel like it has similarities to tanks like the IS-4. So in regards to armor, this thing is actually very, very strong. The turret is very good. And of course, the hull armor is also prone to ricochets. The front of the hull is quite strong. The sides will tank a few shells here and there. And overall, I would rate this tank a 7 out of 10, maybe an 8 out of 10 in regards to armor, because the armor is quite good. And the lower plate as well is very, very small. So again, you don't have that many weak points. Even though you do have a few weak spots, they're very, very small. For example, the E100 has a humongous lower plate. Here, if people are aiming at your lower plate, they might still not even hit it because of how small it is. I've had this happen to me many, many times. Again, the turret armor is very strong, and in general, I like the armor. The mobility, again, is not something like an IS-7 mobility, but it's still fast enough for the amount of HP this thing has, for the amount of armor this thing has. Overall, it's pretty decent. Now, the most interesting thing about this tank is the gun, because the gun is actually very good as well. With tungsten shells, you get 700 alpha, which is very, very strong indeed. The penetration and aim time, everything else is pretty, average for the caliber that this tank has. It's similar to that of the E100. So the gun dispersion is something you should be accustomed to, because it's going to be horrible. Sometimes you're going to be hitting shots from miles away, and other times you're not really going to be hitting anyone, even if you do fully aim in, simply because of how bad the dispersion can be at times. That's just something you're going to have to be used to. So overall, this tank is pretty much always a frontline tank. You have to play this at the front line and always play at the front line. Never second, never third. Of course, you can go second line if you're low HP, but at the start of the game, you shouldn't be sitting behind your mediums or other heavy tanks, because this is a literal brawler. It's meant to fight other heavies face on, and the easiest thing to do in the 60 TP against any enemy who has DPM is to fight them with a peekaboo style. So you peek, they shoot you once and they give you 400, for example, or 350, and you give them 700 in the face instead. Simple as that. And with that, you can always be in the advantage in regards to alpha and HP. So I feel like this is a very good style to use in the 60 TP rather than fighting simply head on against DPM tanks. You peekaboo with them, so you peek once, shoot them, and roll back. So tell me what you guys think about this tank in the comment section below. And with that, Happy is out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.